Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer. We're going to press this end turn button and then stuff's going to pop off. It's going to get bloody out here. He might just choose to go to Nuln and start sieging, but he definitely can't just attack Nuln. Nuln has big walls and lots of heavy guns in it. He would get totally wrecked. The other thing he might do is just turn around. No, yeah, he's going to siege Nuln. Oh, he's going to sit by Nuln in ambush mode. Like I didn't just see that happen. Alright. Yep, Rorik Granite Hand is trying to be sneaky. Albrecht the Scarred is trying to be sneaky. Neither one of them are any good at it. So where are we at on gold for this? We'll have it next turn.
Sir? Drill! Yes.
Okay, we don't quite get to Grungzint.
I'd rather eat a squeak.
But we get close.
Is it time?
Oh, we're definitely not going to have the money to upgrade, Altdorf next turn.
Pick up the pace.
You know what, Marienburg? I'm doing you a favor. You're going to be happy we did this. Without your consent. You know, I really should have built my training field not in Altdorf. Because it does max out at level 3. We can max it out in a different place. And then Altdorf could use that slot for something that goes higher. Well, I'm not going to fix it right now, but that is something we'll fix later. So we see him. We're not going to get ambushed. My troops are injured, though, and he has, like, handguns and stuff. He has a captain. Not that my army's bad, but he's sitting outside of reinforcement range of the garrison, too, just barely. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit right here and we'll see what happens. So in Wissenberg, I'm also worried about the Crooked Moons deciding to take our province away, which they might do, and I think we might just have to allow. If it happens, it happens. I don't think we can do anything about it right now. Once Grungzint is dealt with, we can figure things out from there. I guess we have to figure out Carrick Ziflin too. We at least have to get them to stop attacking us. Or to stop threatening us. So let's see what the clever folks of Stirland have planned if we just refuse to fall into the trap. The Crooked Moons are moving a lot of forces around in my land. They're going to declare on us. It's going to happen. Okay, that's fine. That is a fine outcome for that war. Especially with them having this massive force outside Eilhart. I did not know about that. I mean, we knew they were running around up there, but I didn't know they'd come in so far. Now, we do know that there are 2 of these large Beastmen armies. This one's not currently a full stack, though, and Ungor are bad units. We could probably crush them. And in doing so, we could probably earn a little bit of adulation from other players.
I am Prince and Emperor. Ulrich's will.
We'll construct some siege stuff. We'll give you guys. Whatever unit you guys engage with gets -4 leadership. That'll show them. Alright, we'll build a couple of siege thingies, siege items,
No peace,
and then we'll
just war.
burn this. So we can eliminate this faction from the game entirely and then not have to worry about getting raided from that side all the time. Provided we can keep some kind of stuff going with our neighbors, that is. Some kind of diplomacy. 2. We're at 2 provinces out of like the 13 we're supposed to own by the end of the game. This is maybe going to be a longer road than I thought. Does look like Skarsnik is at least turning his attention away from us. Really? You know what? I wasn't watching. I didn't see if the Stirland army moved away or not.
Who calls?
They might still be sitting there in ambush mode, but it actually worked this time. Let's pick up Shield of Thorns. We do have to get back over here. We have to deal with public order. Public order in the Empire is, or in Reichland, is actually positive despite the fact that we're being raided, which is nice.
Attack! Men, I will fight with you.
I'm assuming once the siege tower is built, we'll be alright.
War calls.
I think we could auto-resolve that and win it right now, but I would prefer to wait until we win it by a little bit more. I don't really want to be in a position where Marienburg's like, oh, there's a ragged Empire army marching across our thing, and Eilhard is basically undefended. Let's just go take it. Alright, so we got walls in Helmgart. Yeah, I was just saving up for the improvements in Altdorf, I guess. Oh, wait, one more turn at least here. Stirland may have turned around. It might be that Stirland has other stuff going on, too. There are vampires to the east of them, after all. I don't know what this army is doing. It's just walking over to my settlements right next to them as though it was going to siege them, and then walking away over and over again. This behavior makes me nervous. Okay, they are still there. Boris may one day become a great ally. One day. For now, he resents the duly elected emperor's ascension to the throne. Never a patient man, or one to hide his fury, he will be difficult to appease. Random -20 diplomatic relations with Midland. That sucks.
Absolutely not.
Well, he doesn't have any great swords. Pistoliers are kind of bad. Outriders are better. He doesn't have any regiments of renown, obviously. Maybe we just take his 20 stack? Maybe we just let them live outside of Nuln for all of forever.
Into battle.
Yeah, you know what? It's the bar's improving, but it's not improving very much. Let's just take this and be done with it. We might sack it before we burn it. Yeah, that's a considerable amount of money. Oh, hey, we got a giant blade anyway. Wow, that is a really significant follower.
Bring me to my men. Raise your weapons.
I'll just sit here next to it. Do I have enough movement? I do.
Fine.
We can just encamp, get a turn of replenishment while we wait. And next turn, we burn it. Oh, I was for some reason thinking 3 population surplus was the amount we needed. Well, in that case, we can spend a little gold on something else. Alright, we finished our upkeep reduction, which is nice. We now have blacksmith. Plus 10 empire, or plus 10 armor for everybody who's not a greatsword. 10% weapon strength for flagellants and spears and swords. I like this a lot. Let's do that. Empire units with spears and swords is basically all of our units. So we have a little bit of range, and that's it. Alright.
Yes.
What are we going to do down here? It feels wrong to just let this guy live, but I don't know that I want to just go 20 stack versus 20 stack. Let's see what happens with goblins wandering around my territory and beastmen right next to the fight, right? Like, they're opportunists. If we get weakened, they'll just take us both afterward. The Sterlanders don't understand what they're doing. Alright, well, the goblins are leaving at least. That's one thing.
I will hear what you have to say.
Friends? You want to be friends? Oh, they do. Yes, I will pay you 100 gold. Absolutely, I will. Okay, good. Friendship. That's... We do not have a lot of people wanting to be peaceful with us right now.
Strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord. The wisest amongst them will know that fate is on your
Just keep
side.
doing it, you know?
I have foreseen.
It was Magnus of Nuln that ended the turbulent time of the three emperors by defeating the Chaos Lord Asavar Kul. In the wake of such a victory, the empire was united. To withstand another such invasion, we must be united again, with more provinces under the emperor's rule. Yeah, well, I'm not actually making a lot of progress on that front. Alright, let's finish it.
For our nation.
Some half-hearted goblin defenders. Another 100 gold. That'll cover the cost of that non-aggression pact. Okay, good.
I command here.
And that was enough to get us a little bit of XP on Karl Franz and Maternus Zintler.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Alright, there's a lot of factions in the world that will be, well, maybe not a lot, but there's several factions nearby, at least, that will be happy we did that. In particular, Bretonia, we should get some love from them. Yeah, 18 points worth of positive diplomacy from doing stuff against the Skull Smashers. Good stuff. Alright, well, now that we have... Oh boy, what is this going to be? Oh, cool, yes. You know, you can't necessarily... Yes. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Because I think we really need to deal with these goblins. I think that the Crooked Moons are eventually going to be a big problem. The Beastmen are eventually going to be a big problem. And if we are not at war with Stirland, we can turn our forces toward that stuff. Some foolish dwarf lord mocks our ancient alliance. We can no longer tolerate this. That seems... Oh no, this is that mission we already had. We failed it. You know what? We don't need it. We have our own giant blade. Alright, let's get the hell back to friendly territory.
Step to it.
The other thing we could do is we could turn Gelt around and go after Marienburg. Actually, let's do that. Let's go kill the Marienburgers and steal their docks.
I am ready. Are you?
I've always been ready. That's not true. I don't think we're ready yet, but I do think it's time to start preparing. So next turn we can do this. We need to develop better units. Right, so right now we're working on the thing that's going to let us recruit great swords and also steam tanks. That's what we're going to build in Altdorf. Steam tank recruitment. Maybe this would be a good time to start building up our training field in Helmgart, so that we can tear down the training field in Altdorf. Yeah, this is an okay time to fix that particular error. We have a little bit of money to throw around.
Now.
We should also look at actually upgrading Wissenland. Like Fildorf and Wissenberg both could use walls, because apparently that's just the situation we're in. We need a lot of walls because we don't have enough armies to defend all of our lands. Oh, actually, Nuln's gonna freak out. And we can't stop taxing them. What are you, crazy? Yeah, never mind. Never mind Marienburg. We're gonna have to turn Gelt around and deal with Nuln. Man, our public order is a real mess. That's maybe we need to build some public order buildings. I'm not even sure what those are for the Empire, honestly.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah, turn around, get back over here. Karl Franz needs
In the name
to...
of Magnus, the Empire.
Alright, so we'll be replenished pretty soon. That plus 10% replenishment follower that he found, that's a pretty powerful one. Alright, we can upgrade Altdorf, we can upgrade this. And then we have money buildings in every province in Wissenland. I guess we can just upgrade a money building. Right, we should get these all maxed out. Or actually, I'm going to demolish this growth building. We'll replace it with a weaving house. That's a much more cash-efficient way to get a little bit of extra income. Because we need to save up some money right now because we want to build some expensive buildings. So let's real quick have a look at the diplomacy screen. Just kind of looking for anybody who might be interested in trade or... Nope, we have not made a lot of friends out here in the Empire. Well, we'll spend some time killing goblins and beastmen and stuff, and that actually will probably help out our diplomatic standing with the Empire factions. So what we really need to build in Wissenland, in Wissenland, is a public order building, I think, so that we can not have to leave an army here to constantly counter dissent. The Skull Smashers have been obliterated. I guess they must have had a small army somewhere else. Took a while for them to die out. Yeah. I guess we'll throw a little party. Another feast day and an offering to Shalia and Tal should keep the small folk in the region content. Sure.
What? I am innocent.
Obviously, we trivially deal with this. That dude has some impressive... This is some, like, 40k style armor he's got on. Oh, I should probably equip this. Well, we're not fighting a lot of magic.
It is best to move.
Ooh, an ogre blade. That's not bad.
You summon me.
Yeah. So let's get... We're close. We're so close to having the fancy ward save for steam tanks. Imagine once we actually have a steam tank. Think how great it will be. Alright, yeah, let's pick up this ability. That could be useful. So let's have a look here. What is the plus approval building? It is a, tap room. Okay. That's actually pretty significant. Plus 4 public order for the lowest version of it. What else do we have that we haven't built? We haven't built a Shrine of Sigmar. Oh, this is how we get witch hunters. You can see we have access to a lot of different kinds of wizards, a lot of different lores of magic that I don't really know anything about. And eventually the Luminarch of Hysh. Luminarch fires a highly accurate beam over large distances. It's a laser. It's a laser gun. It does 1200 damage. Well, shoot, we gotta get laser guns. This is a cool faction. All right, we're gonna build a lot of neat stuff. So actually, Wissenland makes sense as the place where we recruit our steam tanks, right? So we gotta get some growth. Yeah, why is growth so poor here? Maybe we should do the thing that promotes growth. I know we're getting a significant amount of tax income from these guys, but we really just need to upgrade the main city. I'm gonna upgrade Wissenberg and put a growth building in, I think. I think we're not gonna wall this stuff up yet. That probably means we have to have an army living down here. That's just gonna have to be the way that it is, I think. Alright, so you guys are almost ready for us to tear down these Grunberg. A public order here is pretty good, right? We're getting 5 from military presence, and we're getting 6 from events. All that's going to wear off, right? The events will end, the military presence will move away. And when that does end, yeah, we do need like 1 public order building. Well, actually, we can upgrade Alhart and put it in here. Or we could just put it here, I guess. That's fine. And this ought to be good enough, right? That ought to hold us. And then we're out of money. So yeah, Gelt's job for right now, I guess, is he's the Warden of the South. He's just going to take care of all of this. He could go goblin hunting, but I don't know that the Crooked Moons are necessarily weak enough for us to fight with just one army. Our countrymen have requested that we weaken their enemy's position by seizing one of their regions. Sorry, Ostland wants us to go to Kislev? In case you guys are not aware, Kislev is over here, in the far northeast corner of what might be considered Empire land. There's no, no, we're not doing that. These are some very selfish requests. So Marienburg's going to require like 2 full armies and also lightning strike to take down. We could go to Gorsel first, take Gorsel, and try to draw one of their armies northward to defend it. Oh good, we're improving to only minus 35. I do keep trespassing against them, that's true. Well, I don't know, things could be going slightly better, I suppose. We still don't have anybody that we're friends enough with to let us trade. We could resolve that by giving them gifts a little bit, but we need money to do that. Which means we need to take things. Fastest source of cash is conquering.
You tread upon Bretonnian land. I'll have your will, and I'll have it now.
I want to be friends and trade and be buddies forever. Wow. We got a lot of positive diplomacy out of signing that trade agreement. So here's what I'm thinking. We can probably get them to pay us to go to war with Marienburg. Oh no, they're not at war with Marienburg anymore. Never mind. Well, anyway, trade treaty. So they were willing to do that at like 19. Maybe there is somebody who will trade with us. I was kind of looking for green faces, but
Don't mumble, manling. Can't stand.
let's just real quick go down the list and ask everybody for stuff. How about just non-aggression pact? Because I don't really want to fight dwarves.
You may speak before.
I would like everybody to notice that I got declared on by a dwarf faction, and I refused to kill even a single one of them. Think about that. Think of what good friends we could be.
Hell, Sigmar's sons. Do you come?
Man, I would love to make friends with anybody, really, at this point.
Bow before the rightful lords of this.
A long-term friendship with Britannia has a lot of benefits, though.
Bow before the rightful lords of this.
Okay. Leoness is also cool. And just having positive treaties with them will push our approval up over time, and then we can use that to get more treaties and more approval. And hopefully we can make something long-term out of that. I would love it if one of my borders was secured by friends. So do we go to Gorsel? We need 2 armies over here. We need the south to be self-sufficient. When Wissenberg has another slot open, maybe we don't put in a growth building, we instead put in a public order building. Like, I need Gelt to be able to leave, basically. We need to abandon the south and the east for a little bit while we secure Marienburg, and then we need to come back. And I don't really... You know, I guess there's not much of a chance of a rebellion actually working out. What are they going to take Nuln? But they could raid us and be annoying, I suppose. Alright, 2 more turns until we're... 2 more turns until we're ready to put a new building in Altdorf. And Reichland's actually going to get to 100 public order. That'll be nice. I wish that if a region was at 100 public order and it was still positive, that like some of that would bleed into surrounding regions, maybe. Was Leoness was the other one that signed the non-aggression pact, weren't they? That's unfortunate. So we just got a quest to make another army. We will not be doing
I
that.
am Prince and Emperor.
We just don't have the money. Alright, what do we want to do with this guy? We can make him better at assassinations. Like, it's important to have somebody who can kill enemy characters. I really believe that, but maybe not this guy. This guy will be a fighter. Oh, we should complete this and tear this out. That's what we should do with this money. Actually, am I recruiting something? No, okay. If I was currently researching something that came from a barracks, well, we should hold on to it until this one's finished. No matter what. I would like to get a third army going because we really do want to have more legendary lords so that we can fill in our government a little bit more. Okay, the undead march. Well, that's bad timing. I was really hoping to, in the very near future, be conquering a massive port of trade. Okay, I think being friends with Bretonia is maybe going to work out really, really well for us. So Altdorf has a special version of the Magic College. Wow, that is a very expensive building, though. Does it have anything else super special? I mean, aside from the fact that Altdorf itself is special and really powerful. Doesn't look like it. So we do want to build this, but I don't necessarily need to build it right now. Oh, wow, it's 10,000 for the base and then 15,000 for the upgrade? Jesus. But I might want to build a Shrine of Sigmar. I'm thinking we could use access to all of our hero types. We have more agents running around on the map giving us more information. Things like scouting the position of vampire armies so I know how serious to take the thing that just happened. It looks like he doesn't have a tremendous amount of territory. Him going to war with us might be a good thing diplomatically. Because a lot of the factions to the east of us are going to have strong feelings about all these vampires. So what do we want to put up? I think we just wait until we have the shrine. We also need to find, shoot, if we're going to use Nuln to make our steam tanks, then we have to get a lot more growth in Nuln. Oh, and we want to generate trade resources here too, man. Okay, growth building. We're just going to upgrade both of the small cities to level 3. Fill them with, we'll get a public order building in one of them, the other resource building in Wissenberg. Use that money to keep pushing. Our economy is so close to being pretty good. What do I want to build here? We could build another growth building to help. I mean, we're at plus 150. Plus 150 is pretty okay. We will eventually want to build walls, obviously. Yeah, growth buildings for now. We'll replace them later. So we have no way of knowing what the vampires are up to. Can we afford to? Can we hire heroes? Do we have any open hero slots? Okay, we do have 2. We can have 2 captains. So next turn we'll hire an empire. We'll hire a new captain. We'll have him scout to the east, and then after he figures out where the vampires are, he can go over here for that quest.
I am the supreme patriarch.
A direct heal. I'm wondering if it's maybe better to just give him a better cooldown on one of his other spells and have Life Bloom take care of the healing. Now let's pick up Earthblood. It'd be good for him to have his sort of full arsenal. If we're going to have the army just sit around... Oh yeah, it has to be a Nuln, because we need the public order. Okay. So we'll scout Vampire Lands, see if we have to keep an army over here. It's possible that they declared war on us for political reasons of their own, that they're trying to curry favor with the other vampire faction or something. It's really pretty hard to know, and I'm not really sure like how the AI makes its decisions in the first place. Oh, Marienburg has marched off to attack Carrick Ziflin. Hold on, this is an opportunity. Yeah, look at that. Both of their armies are out of Marienburg. Oh man, this is an opportunity. Whatever. I was hoping that one of them would have a trait that affected hero actions, but no such luck. Hey, Carrick Ziflin.
Stands ready. Do not disappoint.
What if I joined your war against Marienburg? Would you give me 3,000 gold for that? Probably not. How about half that? Probably not. No. Well, if I'm going to go to war against Marienburg, we should do it this way, because this way we'll get, I think, a little bit of extra diplomatic value out of it. They'll view this as us coming to help them instead of us incidentally declaring war on their enemies, which they would still like. So do I want to do this? He does have a pretty big stack right here, but we would just rush it, right? Although that's close enough to the end of our movement range that I'm concerned that he would just retreat and we wouldn't be able to hit him again. That's fine. Yeah, we're doing this.
You may speak before my shield bearers and on the oath stone.
Alright, friends forever. Let's do it.
Ulrich's will.
We have a good enough army that, like, I don't
On march.
even think we have to necessarily entirely consign ourselves to fighting even-sized.
Moving off.
We could maybe take on even a slightly larger army than our own. So one that's smaller seems pretty easy.
Our neighbors in the east deign to visit. I hope you bring glad tidings.
You guys want to help us war? I don't have any money for you. Never mind. I need all my money for important stuff. Oh, there's pottery in the capital. Let's make a clay pit. We'll put our fancy building here when we just demolish the barracks in a turn. Yeah, we could have had more money from trade. Well, I guess I was going to say this whole time, but it's not really been that long that we've had access to trade. People have mostly not cared for us. Alright, so we've driven them back a little bit. Okay, if they're going to abandon Marienburg entirely like this, we're taking it. They have walls, but their garrison is also only 8 units. See, this is the kind of opportunism that I'm afraid other people will do to us.
Into battle. Men, war calls.
Yeah, fortunately we can attack without having to construct siege equipment because we brought mortars. We can just sit outside of firing range and drop mortars on the walls until we make an entrance. I know it's tempting to loot it, but I don't want to damage the city any more than I absolutely have to, because it would be a real pain in the ass to rebuild it.
All right.
So, the reason Marienburg is so important is this. The Marienburg Harbor. It is currently generating 1,000 income per turn by itself. When we level it up all the way, it'll be 2,000. Unfortunately, Marienburg has no population surplus, so it's going to be quite a while before it gets to 5, but it'll be pretty great when it does. And they actually have an almost completed engineer's workshop, so maybe Nuln will not be where we build our steam tank. Okay.
Bring me to my men.
So we'll heal up in a single turn. We'll see what his armies want to do, but I'd like to take Gorsel as well to deprive them of a supply line. We'll get their armies burning down quickly. And we've acquired a couple of new tech buildings. So we have an armory now. Weapon strength for greatswords, halberds, and lances. Armor for our fancy units. Armor for war machines. Okay, this is all cavalry stuff. We don't have any cavalry, really, to speak of, so... Also, the foundry can give us plus ammunition on all of our little gun units. Enemy siege holdout time is pretty great. Reducing enemy siege holdout time, that is. Plus missile damage for the smaller gun units. And then more cavalry stuff, which we don't really need to take advantage of. Honestly, now that we have trade, I think I'm going to finish out the Imperial Harbor. We need all the money we can get, but this conquering that we've started to do is definitely going to help. And I was a little concerned that Marienburg's 20 stack was going to march up, like, not that they would attack Helmgard, because they hate attacking walls, but that they might march right up to Eilhart, and Carrick Ziflin totally saved our asses on that one. So, let's grab our hero and head out. So you can see this this land has a large amount of vampiric corruption. Actually, can we equip him a follower that will... Yeah, I thought we had one. Plus campaign movement range. This will make things a little faster. Do I want anything else on him? He could take the messenger from Gelt. Probably not. Yeah, we don't need any of this other stuff. I guess... Yeah, reduces injury time in case he gets attacked by a vampire agent, which totally might happen. And with the money we have, I think we just are, we're stuck sitting and waiting. At 3,000, we can upgrade one of these minor structures. Alright, Marienburg's going to be very, very good for us. I kind of want to get into a proper alliance. Oh, what is this? Wood elves. Oh man, wood elves are like... Absolutely not. You are losing this war. You're gonna lose it all the way, the whole war. Okay, wood elves are a problem. I don't think we're gonna push very far into the red line. I think we're gonna finish honest steel. Because it's nice to have, especially this early in the game. But then after this, we're probably going to go somewhere else. Maybe to the blue line. So it looks like his army's not back in position. The reason I was saying I kind of want a proper alliance is that we would then get vision from him, and I really wish that we knew where Marienburg's army was. Because I don't want to leave Marienburg just to have it filled up, retaken and filled up with an army, you know. But let's do it. From here we can... Oh, this is Middenland. Well, it's very awkward to go over the water.
Do not take me for a fool. You dare come at me, mate.
And there is no universe in which he's going to give us military access. I think we're just going to have to deal with it, and at some point in the future, near future, we're going to have to flatten him. Let's see, we're going to lose 6 public order in 3 turns, but actually we're fine here. I guess upgrading Altdorf gave us some more public order, so maybe we don't need to hold on to this. Yeah, alright, we'll demolish it for now. We could use that slot for something. And growth is coming along fast enough. I do want to cap out Altdorf before we finish upgrading Eilhart, I think. But I don't think I want to spend any money upgrading the farm. May as well upgrade our trade buildings, though. Oh, and actually, we're going to do this. So next turn, yeah, we have some decent money now. Next turn, we can build a fancy building.
I command here.
Alright, we're just moving through Toddbringer's territory. If he has something to say about it, then, you know, stuff can happen. Hey, buddy. Are they at war with Marienburg? They are. He's going to try to steal that from me. Oh, I don't think there's anything I can do about it.
And Emperor.
If we march...
As you say, my orders are to move.
I can make it difficult for him to move along the road, and maybe that'll make it so maybe he can't get around. I don't know. I think that's our only hope. I'm certainly not going to declare on him over it, but I would really like the rest of the province to myself.
Ready.
Alright, and we don't see any vampires yet. It's probably safe for Gelt to move out.
Pick up the pace.
Although the moot has been burned, and this was definitely here a couple turns ago. So maybe this is where the vampires are. A white king. I think white kings are pretty good at fighting other heroes. We might be in some danger. I suppose I do want to do this. Is it... Which one is it? It's probably... Wissenberg? This one's a little easier to move Gelt to reinforce. So let's spend some extra resources there. Alright, let's see if Todbringer can get his forces to Gorsel before I can get mine there. Damn it. Well, Marienburg's the big prize, obviously, but I would really have liked Gorsel as well. Alright, and now we need to get back to Marienburg.
Onwards.
So now the Marienburg armies will slowly starve without any place to get supplies from. And I guess we're just waiting until that happens. Then once Marienburg is properly removed from the game, we probably don't have to keep this reinforced. We can move Karl Franz back over here. And we might have to just go to war with Todbringer. Oh man, he has so much territory. It would be such a pain in the ass to defend all of this. Especially since as soon as we take over this stuff, then we border the Bay of Fangs and... is that what it's called? Sea of Claws, maybe. Something like that. Then we have to worry about Norskins. It's a whole different set of problems out here. So yeah, I think a Shrine of Sigmar is good. We can use this slot for the Colleges of Magic, and eventually we'll delete the Clothier and put something else cool in here. How much of Nuln's happiness is military presence? 6. So when the if we move Gelt out and this event ends, we're still negative, but we're not very negative. We probably don't actually have to build a public order building. I hope we don't. Of course, that's all dependent on there not being any... Oh, what is this? Oh, yes, awesome. Great. That's all dependent on there not being enemy agents or raiding armies and stuff, so we do need to watch out for the return of the Beastmen. And honestly, vampires might just run in and start decreasing public order with their agents and stuff, messing with us as a preparation for the invasion. Well, obviously he wants Eilhart. Oof. Helmgart has lost 4 public order. Well... yeah, that's fine. We'll be fine.
Bring me to my men.
Attack, defense, armor, and charge bonus. I think... well, he's going to be on horseback. You know what? Maybe it is a good idea to pick up charge bonus.
Summon the Elector Counts. Indeed.
Alright, hopefully crushing this army will wipe Marienburg out once and for all. Wow, that is a bad army. That'd be really annoying to fight manually, though. We probably just put him to the sword, yeah.
Let's go.
So, like I was saying, the stuff we've seen happen to Marienburg here is exactly why we have to be careful with how we move our troops, because it would be very, very easy for us to create a situation like this for other players, right? If we moved Karl Franz off to fight vampires or something, there's no reason to think that Todbringer wouldn't do the same thing to us that we just did to Marienburg. So we're going to have to be pretty careful. Oh. Yeah, we should definitely have the scribe equipped. Okay. Some of the agents can only be equipped as followers to heroes rather than lords, and there's no indication of when and where that's the case. I really, really wish they would fix that. So, if we're not going to need to push any further along the red line, what do we do? We could push along the blue line to get Lightning Strike. It's really nice to have a lord who has Lightning Strike. I think that's probably what we do. So, minus casualties from attrition. Actually, having a lord who reduces vampiric corruption through his presence is actually it's probably a good idea. We're gonna definitely spend some time fighting some vampires in the not too distant future. Alright, why don't we
They will obey. Yes.
March you over to Eilhart. This is good both for his army and for Eilhart. So now we have an open slot in Grunberg. We could make the Warhorse Breeder Stables. I'm not actually sure how this works. I'm pretty sure that this is not an empire-wide buff, right? It refers to stuff that is recruited here. But is it stuff that's recruited in this region or in this province? I don't have any idea how it works. You know what? Actually, building a Reichsfort here is a good idea. This increases the size of the garrison. Grunberg is going to be potentially in danger for quite some time, so making its garrison more robust sounds like a good idea. And then we can recruit Reichsguard with the rest of our armies. Man, the income from Marienburg is so good. All of our problems are gonna be solved. No, I want to save population, so we're not upgrading that. But, like, we can upgrade a couple of these now. Oh, we have to upgrade this one to level 2. Okay, and where's our hero? Let's take a little detour from our path to the mountains and see exactly what is going on. So these aren't the ones we're at war with. Why did they declare on us? It must have been because they were trying to get in good with the other vampire counts, because there's no way that they're a threat to us. They just know that we're also not a threat to them. Okay, that's not bad play. That's pretty smart. All right, well. Things are going well. Money's coming in. It's going to be a while before Marienburg's ready to get re-upgraded. I think our next sort of short-term danger is Todbringer. I'm worried about the Crooked Moons to the south, but they have a lot of enemies down there that will help to keep them under control. The Reichland Runefang. Theodoric Gosser, Elector Count of Nordland, requests aid. His lands are experiencing increased coastal raids from Norska. Yeah, I bet. And he needs allies to help repel the attackers. So I have to forge a defensive alliance with a guy who I don't have any prior relations with. Well, let's see if he'll talk to us. What are your factors? You like that we attacked Marienburg. You just don't like us as people. Fair enough. You're at war with Ostland and Ostermark, both of which do not particularly care for me. Also, he distrusts me in general. How are we supposed to do this? Well, I guess let's give him some money.
Hovers close to my blade. Utter your demand before I raise it.
How would you like 5,000 gold? That'll make a friend out of anybody. And it's something we can afford to do, because Marienburg is awesome. So Marienburg's public order is falling rapidly, and there's not really a lot we can do about it. I guess we just keep Karl Franz nearby, and he can run over there and fix it every once in a while. And once we've upgraded Marienburg again, we'll have a slot open. We can build a public order building, but Also, I don't have a huge amount of use for this right now. Maybe we just remove the menagerie. Build a public order building now. This allows us to recruit more outriders, but... yeah, we'll just put a public order building up there. I would really like Marienburg to be pretty self-sufficient.
The nation calls.
I do not want to have to babysit it. Ooh, we should definitely get him on his Pegasus. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good idea. Okay, we're at plus 120 growth, so we need... unfortunately, the steam tank requires the top level building. Oh, I totally forgot. We have our Castellan engineer is not in Altdorf. We could have saved some money. Thomas Aldrich, actually, it's not really that helpful to have him in this office. Here's what we're going to do. Next turn, we'll kick Gelt out of treasurer. We'll make Aldrich the treasurer, and then we'll just... he's just sitting in the capital right now. He can balance the checkbooks. We're not putting him in command of an army again. And then Gelt can become the Castellan engineer, and we can have him save us some cash. Crooked Moons are getting a little bit feisty. We might have to deal with this. I suppose this is a thing to do with our armies. I really don't want to have to go to war with Todbringer at the same time, though. The von Karsteins have been eliminated. The omens are ill. Something you have done has angered the gods. Maybe. There's no proof of that. Yet they are fickle. They may forgive you in time, or more immediate appeasement might be necessary. Well, a big public order bonus to all of our provinces sounds pretty okay. Ooh, growth is also very good. Now, we're going to take this. So be it. Let them stew. Yeah, the capital, Reichland will be fine. Marienburg's going to take a hit, but we're going to be able to fix it. And, yeah, Wissenland should also be fine because we have a huge army here. So, the Crooked Moons have 2 settlements.
I hear ya.
They have a large army, but their army is mostly made of goblins, and goblins are not great.
Follow me. Now.
Let's put ourselves in a position to maybe attack. I would like to get rid of these guys. They're going to be a problem for basically forever.
Direct me. Let us move.
Okay, so the vampire counts do have, actually, quite a bit of military power.
Moving off.
But they're not a threat to us. This is the most important thing. Oh, no, wait. It was the vampire counts. They just took this. So that other vampire faction is actually probably dead. So we don't have to worry about this at all. We're not at war with these guys.
The nation calls.
Alright, well, political stuff that is happening totally outside of our empire is conspiring to make us pretty safe. What does Patriarch do? +2 recruit rank for battle wizards in that province. Plus recruit... okay, these are not particularly useful. So you be an engineer, you be the treasurer. And now it will be cheaper to build stuff in Nuln. I think in Wissenland we're going to build a growth building. We no longer... oh no, we have a growth building. We no longer really need money. Marienburg solved that problem, so... I guess building a trade building isn't nonsense, but... no, we should do this, and then we'll use Fildorf for the public order building. Yeah, we have a lot of money, but I guess that's not something that we should depend on being permanent. As soon as we raise another stack, we're going to see this income drop precipitously. So what do we do with our northern army? We could go sit in Marienburg for a little while, help deal with the public order.
Move.
I really do want to deal with Toddbringer, but I don't want to move all my forces north and have Skarsnik stab me in the back. And we might well be able to get a victory against Skarsnik with only one army, so let's aim for that. The northern army can keep Toddbringer at bay, the southern army can backstab the goblins. Boy, he can really move, huh? And let's see how Nordland is taking our gift. I assume that much gold is going to have a pretty significant effect. Nordland. Okay, we're trending toward positive. We might be able to get a non-aggression pact. Okay, not yet. Not yet, but once that's in place, it will help buoy our diplomacy up even further. How much money do I have on hand? 7,300? We could just give him another huge gift. That might, in fact, be the way to go. Because do we need a huge amount of money right now? Okay. Yeah. We're going to spend 6k on that real quick. Maybe a huge gift in the near future. Do another research. We still have access to a lot of good stuff. Obviously, this would be great. Plus leadership for all of our infantry units. Yeah, let's do this. This is going to have an effect for pretty much all of the game. It's going to be quite a while before we have armies that are not, you know, hugely majority infantry. So we wouldn't be able to attack Gorsel in a single move.
I see no other option.
I think if we attack Toddbringer, the way we want to do it is have one army hit Gorsel and another army hit Karaberg in the same turn. Huh. Karaberg's of special importance, is it? I wonder what it is that we can build there.
Let us begin.
And I think we are going to do this. What's his strength rank? 26. It's considerably below ours, although we are not devoting our full force to him. But we could, right? We could recruit a third stack and start doing it. And he is at war with a bunch of people we don't know. Let's talk to Arguello. What if I joined your war against the Crooked Moons? Would you consider peace then? Because I'm really, like... I'm pretty sure they're not going to actually do any damage to us. Never mind. And dealing with them is probably going to piss off some of the Bretonnians and the dwarves who hate them. Yeah. I'm not afraid of them. They don't have any armies. What about Clan Angron? What if I offered to join your war?
The iron hammer weighs heavy in my grip. Speak your words.
And I'll join your war against the Crooked Moon. Okay, cool. Get a non-aggression pact out of it. That's something.
So, by the comet.
I have to imagine we kick this guy's ass. Yeah. His whole army is night goblins. That is not a good army.
By the comet.
Skarsnik has some special concerns that make him want to have an army that's mostly goblins instead of orcs, but this is a poorly constructed army.
What?
Alright, so we were able to open our war against the Crooked Moon. Ooh. A Hellstorm Rocket Battery Regiment of Renown. Its destructive power cannot be overstated. There actually aren't words for that. And the Hammer of the Witches. Okay. We might want to get a little Regiment of Renown action up in this army. Let's collapse these swordsmen. Okay, that actually made more room in the army than I meant to. We'll definitely grab the Sunmaker. I may not give them the cannon, but this is an anti-infantry weapon. We're going to be fighting a lot of, like, huge swarms of enemies fighting these greenskin armies, so that seems like the right kind of thing to take. Okay, and we hit the level that gives us our second legendary item, or at least the quest for our second legendary item. Where is my hero? So where am I trying? I'm trying to get him up here? Yeah. Alright. We're not so many turns off of that. These guys have become fairly large and impressive, though. I'm a little worried about this. And they hate us, because, you know, vampires and humans. We'll have to kill them to win the game, but this is maybe a little bit more of a distant concern. Okay, we're trending toward +6. Let's do one more turn before we end the video, because I want to see what the first step of the quest for Gelt's second item is. So I think the plan here is Gelt marches hard for the south. Carrick Norn's going to be tough to take, but there's another settlement down there to the south that we might be able to get a hold of. A number of strange incidents have occurred within the Empire of late. Tombs have been desecrated and libraries broken into. Oddly, nothing has been taken. The Emperor's spies report that a number of ill-omened individuals have been connected to some of the misdeeds. The trick now is to catch one of them and learn more. Carry out a successful assassination attempt against an undead character. Okay, I think that's the kind of thing a witch hunter should be good at. So we'll see. Our countrymen have requested that we weaken their enemy's position, so Ostland wants us to attack one of the other Empire provinces. You know, Midland is our enemy as well, but I really... Oh no, this is a failure of a mission we were given earlier. Well, never mind then. We'll probably have this Empire captain try to do an assassination, but I'm assuming our chances are pretty poor right now. Yeah. Let's move to this region for the other quest first.
Bring me to battle.
And then we'll have him come back and try that. We want forces.
I'm ready. Are you?
Yeah, the Grimhold doesn't have any walls or anything. So we'll try to take the Grimhold out to reduce their ability to reinforce. And then, oh, actually, he should probably have normal moved. Because we ought to do local recruiting, but you can't do that in March stance. We could take the Hammer of the Witches with him. That'll help him break down the walls of Carrick Norn. Yeah, you know what? Grab this. And we'll just roll up with 19 units. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if they have another stack right now, and they're probably at war with other people around here. Or we know that they're at war with some other people around here, because we saw. So, for the moment, we're at 150 growth now. It won't take that long to get to 4 population surplus. And in a couple of turns, we'll be able to hire witch hunters and see if my instinct that they're good at killing vampires is correct. I have to imagine. Right, what else would you make the mechanical identity of a bunch of witch hunters? Alright, so we're at -5 from events, plus 20 from military presence. So it looks like the tap house has probably stabilized us, but there's no reason not to upgrade it, I guess. I think Marienburg should be okay now. Once the Angry Gods event wears off, should be alright. And the growth is certainly very helpful. Alright, well, I think... Yeah, I don't think we want to move Crowfound, so I think that's the end of this episode. We're making good progress. Hopefully, by the end of next episode, we'll have some cool magic weapons. Cool magic items, I should say. And if we can wipe out the Crooked Moons, I think there's no reason we can't turn all of our forces to the north and start handling our business with Todbringer. So come back next time for some of that, hopefully, rapid expansion of our lands. And we'll see you then.